Hi, I'm Dave, David Lights Photography. I'm going to show you some different plugins for retouching. Really save some time. Okay, so the first thing I do is I do a Control J. In this case, I do a Control J. Okay, there we go. Click on it, do a retouch. Okay, so I'm going to come up to the most common program. Well, first of all, before I go up to the program, you can do some slight retouching because, see, I don't like these dark circles on the eyes, so I'm going to hit the clone tool. I've got it set on lighten 25%, current layer, and we'll hit Alt, hit below, soft, where I got some nice skin, and now I can lighten these dark circles, and I do another Alt over here, and lighten those dark circles on the eyes. Some more there. And also I'm going to come up here to Spot Healing Retouch, and I've just got to hit some of these zits, acne, and especially the really red ones. Some of these plugins will not get some of this really hard acne out of here. So I'll go ahead and get those. You can see here it would take quite a bit of time to do each one of these on this young lady. And so, okay, so the first plugin I'm going to use is the most common one. Come up to Filter. This plugin is Imagenomic Portraiture. And I'm going to go ahead and hit that. It's going to pull it up as a default. And it's got some softening. There's several different versions. I'm going to go up to the highest. It's got normal, medium, high, and many others, but I'm going to go up to high, which is going to do probably the most skin softening. And you can see it did quite a bit, so I'm going to hit OK. One of the things about this program is it only softens the skin. It does not do the eyes or the lips or anything like that. And as you can see here, there's quite a bit of softening. If I want to take it back a little bit, I should put it on a different layer because it's going to take back some of the zits too, but typically you would dial it back about 75%. See, now I dial back some of the zits too, but it wouldn't have done that if I had put it on a separate layer. Okay, but anyway, that's one plugin. Okay, so I'm going to do a file revert, take it back to normal. Okay, next one. Okay, I'm not going to even worry about hit and retouch. I'll go to my next filter, which is okay, so I'm going to go to NYX Color Effects Pro 4. Okay, and again, normally I would have done some skin retouching first, but you can see here this what I'm in here is dynamic skin softener. It's this where is it? Dynamic skin. It's this one right here. Okay, and default is here. I'm going up to strong softening here. Okay, so you can see here if you click on the face, and then you can adjust it here, so I can really smoothen it. See, now I didn't get all these red spots out, but and then I add filter, I go back, and then I can add all these other adjustments on here if I want to. It has so many different things you can do. The NYX just has some really great features. If I want, you know, to add some vignette blur, then it would blur. It would add some blur to it. Okay, which is kind of cool effect. Okay, that's with the blur, and this is without. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and just use the skin softening. Okay, so that'll add another layer and show the amount of softening. Okay, and that's going to be, and NYX has so many different filters. It's a great program to use. Okay, and of course we have to retouch some of these out beforehand. You could do it afterwards too. I could just do it right here. I could retouch these out on top. if I wanted to. Up to you how you want to do it. You can do it before or after. Okay, and I'm going to do file revert. That's the nick. And my last one I'm going to show here is Anthropics Portrait Pro. Okay, and I probably should have did a separate layer, but anyway, let's go ahead and filter. You tell it what kind of person you have. In this case, I have a female. And this will do not only the skin, but it'll do the eyes, lips, everything. It'll actually even do face sculpting. So if I turn this on here, it will actually adjust the face. See, does she look nice there? Actually, I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm going to go ahead and hit return from plugin. Well, and one other thing is you got some of these retouch tools. So you can actually retouch within the program, which is kind of cool. It's something you missed. Actually, that looks pretty good. This is pretty much an all-encompassing program. Okay, now I'm going to hit return from plugin. And I'll just go ahead and go out on that. As you can see there, it's pretty much one little spot there is bugging me, and so I'm going to go ahead and just retouch some of that out. And there you have it. That's looks very nice. And one of the things about this is to go overshoot using digital photography like a lot of us do, you'd have to retouch every image, and so it takes quite a bit of time if you're going to do that by hand. By using a plugin, you can actually use some of these plugins with actions in Photoshop, so it'll batch a bunch of pictures at the same time, and that saves you a tremendous amount of time. Anyway, that's my point. Use plugins along with your retouching, and that's it. I'm Dave. David Likes Photography. Thanks for watching.